You could be going through the hardest times right now, but believe me, it could be worse. That job that you keep complaining about, it could be worse. It's people with no roofs over their heads. It could be worse. Believe me, when I tell you it could be worse, it can be worse. But you gotta sacrifice. That's the first thing, sacrifice. No matter what you do, no matter who you speak to, no matter who you with, no matter whatever you got going on, you have to sacrifice. That's the ultimate key to anything that you do, is sacrificing. So before you make that move and you say, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna do this because of I'm thinking off of emotion or whatever the case, understand that everything takes time, everything takes sacrifice. And until you figure that out, you figure out what you want to do in life, until you figure out that you got a whole bunch of time, but you don't have a whole bunch of time, because the time is ticking and the time is going, and we don't know, we all on borrowed time. That's what we got to understand. We all are on borrowed time. Today is January 5th, 2026. And the only thing I would say is, for this year, my advice to you and my advice to myself, become who you always wanted to be. Become who you always wanted to be. That vision that you got in your head of where you need to be, who you need to be with, where you want to be, what you want to have on, what you want to smell like, become them. How you want to feel, how you want to look, become them. That's what you need to do. 2026, you need to become the best version of yourself. And I'm talking to myself, but I know I'm speaking to you. But you need to become the best version of yourself, because the time is ticking. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Do it for your friends. Do it for the people that look up to you, the people that support you, the people that genuinely love you. Don't do it for the outsiders, do it for the people that genuinely want to see you win. Do it for them. But most importantly, do it for you. When you out of here, you by yourself. So today I'm going to go hit the gym. That's the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to get my mind right, We got to get my mind right, get my body right. I've been breaking this promise to myself and telling myself that I'm going to get right. And it's not really more so about the physical anymore. It's really more so about the mental, on how you feel when you're a healthier version of yourself. So my main goal right now is just figuring out, exactly where I want to be in life. Not really figuring out, because I know exactly where I want to be in life, but putting myself in that position and getting ready for my wins, getting ready. I done took the losses. I take the losses. I take all my losses on the chin. I'm just getting ready. I'm getting prepared. The only way that you can do that is by taking care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, what are you preparing for? You can't get your wins. You can't get everything that you're supposed to get, that God is supposed to come and give you. So you got to prepare for what he's going to bring you, for those blessings he's going to bring you. You got to prepare for that. That's mandatory. No more setbacks. I feel like us as people, we set ourselves back. Sometimes we lose track of the vision. Sometimes we lose that one thought. One thing I'm going to say is, man, don't let your negative thoughts overpower your positive thoughts. Let your positive thoughts overpower your negative thoughts, because your positive thoughts, your thoughts in general, can become your reality. So what you pay attention to the most, what you feed into the most, what you put your energy into the most, is what ends up being your reality. So take the time to cut out all of the negative energy. If you don't like yourself and you feel like, oh, I don't like myself, I feel like I'm a piece of shit, I feel like I'm lazy, I feel like I'm this, that, and the third, I'm just a lazy this, I'm just not good with money, I'm not. All of those thoughts you have is what you become, because you accepted it. If you were to just sit back, pause, and just think like, yo, I could do better. I could do way better. This is not who I am. I have ambition. I'm not a struggler. This is only a moment. Because that's all it is. It's a moment. That's all it is. It's temporary. But if you continue to feed onto it, if you continue to be like, oh, you know what? I'm always going to be broke. I'm not good with money. You're gonna always be broke, and you ain't never gonna be good with money. But if you tell yourself, I need to figure out how could I be better financially. I need to figure out how could I save. Man, stop buying that bullshit. Instead of me spending $350 on sneakers, why don't I go spend $350 on the LLC? Instead of me spending this amount or that amount or this X amount or whatever the case may be on a jacket, on a piece of jewelry, why don't I spend it on my future that I'm gonna be, working on in the next 5 years, the next 3 years, 2 years, or 10 years, or whatever the case may be, 20 years. None of this shit is going nowhere. Them fours still gonna be there. I try to tell my young boys that. If you ain't got a car, fuck them fives. Stack that bread and then go get that car. You get them fives after. Cause bitches don't want a nigga that's walking around with fives and they gotta take a Uber or they gotta hop on a train. Or if they do, she ain't for you, homie. Cause realistically, you supposed to be able to get up whenever the fuck you want and go do whatever the fuck you want. That's mandatory. Who wants to wait for another man to pick them up? Nobody. You should not be like, damn, I gotta wait for this Uber. I'm waiting on this Uber. No. Go get you some wheels. Don't get me wrong. This might not be for everybody because some people just don't want to drive. Some people just don't like to drive, But what I'm saying is, if your main goal is to get a car, why are you buying sneakers, man? Bro, you shouldn't be buying that Aloe sweatsuit. You shouldn't be buying the Nike Techs, man. Get you one little sweatsuit and grind it out, bro. All that shit gonna always be there, bro. It's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be there, bro. Them coats is always gonna be there. Them Monclers, they always gonna be there. Them Canada Gooses is always gonna be there. And this is no shade to them, but I feel like us as a minority, as black people, as Hispanics, first thing that we do is we want to go get fly. And in New York, especially in New York, the first thing you want to do is just go get fly. But the rent not paid, the phone bill not paid, the car notes is not paid, you late on your car note, the repo man is about to pull up. He gonna catch you and you got them Pradas on. You gotta start putting what matters the most first. Cause you ain't broke when your bills is paid. You ain't broke when your bills is paid. If your bills is paid, you are not broke. Stop thinking that you broke just because your no, go pay them bill. You broke if your bills is late and you got that little 400, 500 in your pocket. You go to the spot and you go get some shots with some hoes. And right before you did that, you went and you picked up some Uptowns. Now you broke. You pop because number one, you went to Foot Locker. You went and got them Uptowns. Them shits cost $115. Boom, you only had $500 to your name. Now you only got, what, $380 or some shit. Now you go to the spot with some bitches. You try to go to the cheapest spot that you can just to be with them. Now you spend a little 200 in there, bing. Now you only got 180 to your name. You go to the little hotel, bing, you spend $90. Then you got to put down the deposit. Boom, you put your little 50 down. You probably got a little bottle for $15 or some shit like that. Now you super pop. You waiting to get your deposit back when you leave the hotel. It just don't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. Number one, we need to hold ourselves accountable. I feel like we as people, we don't hold ourselves accountable. And this is not just, I'm not gonna say this is everybody because that's cap. I'll be capping if that's how I felt. But majority of us don't hold ourselves accountable. If you pop, hold yourself accountable. Blame that shit on nobody else, bro. It's nobody else's fault but you. You know why? Because you let them be in control of your finances. Don't let nobody be in control of your finances. That's why I try to push for everybody to be real entrepreneurs, to figure something out that you could go and you can sell and you could put this and that and you could put that. Don't ever let anybody be in control of you, of your family. When you a man, you got to take care of your family and you the man of the fort and you the head honcho of the fort. Ain't nobody trying to hear that you waiting on money from somebody else so you can figure it out. You got to figure it out. It's mandatory. By any means necessary. That always been the motto. By any means necessary. This is what life is about. Listen, man, whatever you want to do, stay consistent. Whatever you want to do, continue to do it. Do it in a positive way. Stay positive. Understand that in life, there's gonna be bumps on the roads, man. It's not always gonna be all cute. It's not always gonna be all dandy. In life, there's gonna be a lot of bumps on the roads, man. You gotta hold on, man. That's the main thing about life, just holding on, figuring it out, going through these turmoils and coming out on top. And that's what you got to do. It's going to give you that hunger, man. Sometimes we don't be hungry. Sometimes we just comfortable. And we got to get out of that. We got to get out of being comfortable. You feel me? So it's January 5th, 2026. My advice to you would be stop being comfortable. Stop saying this year is your year and next year is going to be your year. Focus on what matters the most. Put yourself in a position to be the best at what you are, because you are the best, bro. You are. You just don't know how to snap out of that negativity. You don't know how to snap out of that. Oh, I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I need to figure it out. Don't say nothing to nobody. Don't tell nobody nothing. Energy don't lie. People will fuck up your energy. People will fuck up your plans. Don't say nothing to nobody. Just do it. That's it. Just do it. And once you figure it out, and once you got it figured out, people will see. They'll see. And they're going to be like, God damn, this is what you was doing all this time? Stay quiet. Put the work in. Put God first. And you'll see. You're going to see. That's it. I'm going to go start with my prayer. I already gave thanks this morning. I'm going to go, speak with God and start my day with a prayer. I've been speaking to y'all for however many minutes I've been speaking to y'all. So now I need to go speak to him for just as much as time. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to put my energy into what I need to put my energy into. And I hope y'all take something from this, man. And I hope that this year you figure it out, because that's mandatory.
Five more. Money. There you go, baby. Push. Big dog.
Not locked in.
Oh my God.
Not locked in.
Got that shit. I told you I'm about to do 225. You got that strength for them.
I had a great workout at the gym. Today I did chest. 2026, man. We just trying to take things to the next level. We gotta let go of the excuses and start doing what we supposed to do, or I would say, doing what's needed. But for the most part today, I'm in the locker room. Older dude, I didn't even really know his age yet. He said to me, hey man, you gotta get that weight off of you, because if you don't, you're not gonna make it to my age. He said, I'm 70. And he looked good for 70. Like I said, I didn't know what his age was. As he was saying that to me, I was kind of like trying to be like, what is he, like 60, 54 or something? So he said that he was 70. Not that, that wasn't something that was always on my mind, to be like, we don't think about if we're going to make it to 70. We don't think about if we're going to make it to see 80. We don't think about if we're going to make it past that, because we're so focused on right now. And I had to really think about it like, damn, I don't have no grandparents. Like I have grandparents, of course, but I don't have no grandparents that are still here at 70 or 80, and it's like, we got to break that generational curse, man. I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, we so focused on the Kool-Aid. We so focused on the Pepsi, the sugar, the drinking, the going out every night. And it take a toll on us, like, for real. So my whole thing is, I wanna do like a fast, and I'm not talking about like some, fast with food, even though we should be doing fasts with food. But I did it before. I did it in December, and then I broke because it was wifey birthday, it was New Year's. But I don't have no excuse right now. My thing is, I want to just cut out the liquor. I'm already 7 months no smoking. I want to cut out the liquor, do that for 6 months, and see where, who knows? I might go back to it, I might not. I like to have fun. I want to have fun, man. We're going to go on vacation, and we're going to drink, and we're going to get turned up. I'm not going to be the one that's going to be like, oh, no, I don't drink. That's not me. I'm not that guy. But what I will say is, sometimes you got to take them little steps back to take that step forward. However you say it, whatever the case may be. Yeah, so when he told me that, I was like, damn. And my boy, he's like, yo, you know, he could be a little harsh sometimes. And I said, nah, bro, we need that shit. I feel like the world is too soft. I feel like sometimes, you know, like, I take shit the same way I give it. Like, because I give it to people harsh too. Like, I be the same way. You know, I speak to my kids a certain way, and I just let them know what it is. I speak to my wife the same way. I let her know what it is. And it's nothing where it's like I'm trying to hurt your feelings or I'm trying to let you know what the fuck it is, bro. Like, this is what it is. If you don't change this, this is how life is going to be. If you don't. So sometimes you got to, you know, reflect that on yourself and do the same thing. Cause see, I was never thinking about 70, bro. The whole reason me bringing this up was I was never thinking about 70. Say what up, Life of Mozzie.
What up, Life of Mozzie?
You know what I'm saying? Just got my people from school and do some YouTube shorts, man. We're gonna go do some shorts. Probably do a TikTok or something. You know what I mean? Get this content done. And that's really it, man. My day really just gonna consist of me just being in the house, you know, figuring some things out. So I appreciate y'all for locking in and watching this video. I hope y'all subscribe, like, comment, share, like my boy said. And yeah, y'all tune in, man. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.